If you keep feeding into the negative foolishness, you're gonna keep getting that in your life. Whether it's just watching on TV, listening to it, or what have you, you gotta change the channel, man. You have to.
There's a saying that we turn into what we tune into. When you think of the etymology, the wordage, the verbiage, when it comes to television, tell a vision, something that's telling you a vision. And we watch different programs with different information. And as they say, information is food, and food is information. We don't just eat through our mouths, we eat through our eyes, we eat through our ears. But if we surrender and succumb to our fears that have been given to us through something that is telling us a vision or telling lies to you visually, how can we find salvation or even self-education when we are under that kind of subtle, seductive stimulation? And it is seductive. We enjoy the news, but is that productive? When it gives you the blues. It's been over 2 years now that I tuned in to that channel. All the CNN, the MSNBC, the Fox. Somewhere down the line, I stopped. Because I saw what these channels were doing to my family members who were all the time channeling that information, digesting that food. It affected their moods, right? You end up having mood swings and all kinds of things. This is what feeding into the news may bring. My uncles and aunties in different places and different spaces, I used to see the look on their faces, the constant frowns, right? They turned their smile upside down because they couldn't see a way out. They couldn't see a way up. You could see it on their faces. You could see they felt stuck, trapped in a rut, in the muck, right? Yuck. You know? It sucks. It sucks to feel like there's no way out. No matter how much you scream and shout, no matter how much you cry and pout, no one is coming to save you. And this was the feeling that would be the most revealing when I would be around my family. But as they say, no one is a prophet in their own home. So I had to focus on Jerome. There were times I let my feelings be known, but for the most part, I had to leave my loved ones alone. Alone to process their own paradigm. Alone to piece together their own process, their own perceptions, because everyone is on their own path. Then I had a mentor, and shout out to her, much love, to Rakhi Chari. You probably know her as the Breatharian Yogini. She showed me there was more to life than the news and the blues that kept us bound, that kept us from breaching the barriers of our own beliefs. And when I let go of the news, there was a sense of relief. Because here I'm looking at this lady. She's traveling the world. She's been to over 80 countries. And she's still going. Which means the energy within her is still flowing, still growing, and still glowing. She showed me that it isn't always what you look at that matters. It's what you see. And when you change your perception, you become free. She showed me that while we were in the Vatican Museum in Rome, Italy. We stood next to each other, looking at this beautiful artwork, these paintings from these artists renowned throughout time. But even as we stood next to each other and we were looking at the same artwork, both of us saw something that the other did not see. This is why they say perception shapes your reality. So, my friend, remember, what you feed into is also feeding you. What you consume is what you create. There is no fate but what you make. We tune into and turn into exactly what we take. And it doesn't matter if the news is real or fake. Especially when your mind is at stake. Take measures to uncover new treasures within yourself. to be responsible for your own mental health and realize you have diamonds within you, insurmountable wealth. Read the book of your being and don't just leave it on the shelf. Allow yourself to see how it feels when you no longer have the news in your field. And allow your mind to be more like a shield that blocks the things you no longer need. After all, they do call it the news feed. Blessings to you always. Thank you for breathing in this space. You could have been anywhere, any place. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Keep that grateful, thankful spirit. And may the rest of your life and the breath of your life be the best of your life, my friend.